Howdy y'all, welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. Hope everybody's doing super good out there. I'm doing alright, I'm doing okay. Things are starting to look up. Not too many changes up top, but you know, with the ability to get some serious ender pearls now, we're able to change quite a bit up. Tree farm is still up top. That is going to be my next project, is to move that off of the surface. In fact, there's probably not going to be too much up here at all. We're gonna be underground dwellers. We're gonna be hiding from the baddies that are out here. Chocolate Quest adds some really neat kind of buildings and some tough mobs. Ran across some in the nether. Maybe we'll go over there. Cleaned up the base a little bit. Changed it up. Got our little sorting thing going here. Now, I decided that with the quarry I needed to kind of do a little ore processing when it came in. So started kind of working our way down and cleaning things up. This is just a real simple early starter kind of ore processing, but the stuff from the quarry comes in here. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. And we've got a couple of transfer nodes coming off of this chest. This one is filtered to pull out all the ores. See right there, all the ores. This filter actually has two filters on the inside of it. If you didn't know, you could do that. If you have more items than you can put on one filter, you just put more than one filter in a single filter. Excuse me. So all the ores come out and go into this chest. The sag mill is set up to pull from that chest. This transfer node pulls out everything. This is an inverted filter, which means that it will not pull those items out of the chest. So everything but those items gets pulled out and goes over here and gets put into our let me see, let's move this out of the way here. Goes down in this chest. Everything in this chest gets pulled out and it goes upstairs into those barrels, or the diamond chest that's at the end of the line there, which is kind of like an overflow chest. So this handles pretty much everything that comes in from the quarry, because it took me a long time to process all that ores, all the ores that came out of the first quarry. So I figured this time we get a jump on it and get it out of the way. Kind of changed up the power. Before we had back behind here we had, I think 3 steam dynamos that were being fed charcoal from the farm up there by a pipe. Now it's all on a tesseract, so we don't have that back there anymore. We still have our dimensional bridge stabilizer for our portals right there. What else did we change? Oh, all the power now is back in here. This is our power generating room. There are 20, I think. Yeah, 20 steam dynamos in here. They're all being fed water from these pipes. There's a aqueous accumulator down below there. And then charcoal also from the farm gets fed over here in these item ducts. Goes into like the quarry's going right now, so we probably have quite a few that are being ate up. I think it takes like six or seven of these things to fuel that quarry at full speed, but it leaves us enough to also do the sag mill and pretty much everything else that we're running right now. So that's not a bad little. It's not a big reactor, but I'm not comfortable with the amount of Yellorium that I have right now to run a reactor. 22 stacks, not bad. I could probably run one if I set it up to only run like when a battery is low or something, but that may be something I do down the road. This is an armor stand, by the way, from Chocolate Quest. Be right back. Sorry about that quick cut right there. Had a gaggle of folks coming in and they were going to make a whole bunch of noise, so kind of an emergency mute situation. But what we're talking about is some of the the changes that were made to kind of help with the processing. So this is our little kind of ghetto sorting system right now. Nothing too technical. Like I was saying, chest goes to a chest. Ores go to this chest. They get burnt, or I guess pulverized, and then cooked, and they go into this chest and up to their respective area. Anything that isn't an ore that isn't on the list goes straight over to this chest, and then again back up to the area. So yeah, it's pretty good. Now the one thing I'm seeing is that let me go ahead and try to sleep. Yeah, it's night upstairs. I need to put some sky blocks in here so I can kind of see when I'm in here what it is outside, or a clock or something. But I'm actually in a the quarry is using so much coal that this is not really keeping up. This was kind of like filled up, which is 512 stacks full, and since the quarry's been running, it's well, the quarry, the processing, everything, it's gone down quite a bit. So that means see, this is almost full, which means I need to upgrade this, which means it's going to use even more power. And right now it's 60 RF a tick. Now tell me this. We go over here and we look at this augmentation. It's got a speed augmentation in here. Times 2 speed plus 50% energy. All right. Now 50% energy, if we take this speed out, I'm not going to do it, but it says it's 20 RF a tick power usage. Now 50% plus 50%, and 50% of 20 is 10. Shouldn't this be 30? Explain that to me. Plus 50% energy used. Now, I'm not a math scholar or anything, but plus 50% is not 60. Maybe it should have been times 3 power usage. I don't know. I don't know what to do right there. No idea. But I need to upgrade this again, probably to, I think it's a hardened now. See if we look at furnace. What's the next? See, it's this one right now, hardened, and I guess we can go up to reinforced. And all that will do is give us an extra slot, so I can slap in another speed upgrade. I'd have to add in another speed upgrade, which is no big deal. We can do that. But what I've been kind of working on is this area. There will be more in here, and then this will be gone, and this will be filled in, and some other stuff there. And over here, I kind of put my enchanting area. This is just the big quarry we had in here. I've been started trying to clean it up, making stone, and then going over there and kind of filling all the holes. This is not something I'm going to build in until I at least get the ability to do magnum torches. I could do it now, but it would really eat into my diamonds. I don't even have a full stack of diamonds yet. I've used them, tried to use them for stuff that I absolutely need. Oh, speaking of diamonds, I'm sitting here looking at this enchanting table. I was using chicken chunks for chunk loading, having all kinds of crashing problems, all kinds of issues with it. So I finally just decided it wasn't worth keeping it in anymore. It needs a major fix. So we switched over to a mod called World Anchors. Guy's been a modder forever. His stuff is really good. He's the one that is Red Logic. World, is it not here? Where is it at? Let's just do Anchor. Here we go. And it's a lot cheaper recipe than I want to say his name's Imbis, something like that. Just do a search for dimensional anchor. But it's a block of iron and 4 gold instead of ender pearls and 5 gold and an enchanting table. What's that? So that's 2 diamonds plus 5 gold plus Is it an ender pearl? Something like that. So over here is all our enchanting stuff. We got a regular enchanting table. We don't have enhanced or better enchanting in this one. Not really. We do have the enchanter from Ender.io. And if you've never used this before, it's pretty simple. You come over here, you put a book and quill. It's showing just like level 1. But if I did, let's say I wanted protection 2, I would double this amount and it would give me protection 2, triple that amount, protection 3, 4 times that amount, it'd be protection 4, so on until you get up. From what I can tell, it's about 40 levels to make the level 4 books. So let me see here. That I made with an anvil, like looting. I made this one 40 levels. I made the Fortune 3-1 40 levels. So 40 levels seems to be about it. And then when you come over here, this is the, if you've never seen this, let me know if you want to see how to use this. This is actually pretty easy. Excuse me. We've got our typesetting table. This allows you to make a copy of a book. And then over here, you have your printing press, which, when you make a book here, it'll give you here, let's do it real quick. Do I have any? I don't need them. Let's see, I want to make let's do a protection 4. So you're just going to come over here and slap it in there. Now I'm reading my glasses, I'm wearing my glasses, so it should tell me. No, okay, it's not normally it says how many levels. Oh, there it goes. You can barely see it. It says 40 levels to make a copy of that. So 40 to make the book in here, and then another 40 to make a copy. But from that copy, this is going to give you a little plate that you put in here. Once you make it, this chase will turn into a plate, which you put in your printing press, and you can print 3 copies from that before it breaks. So you'll get, basically, you want to keep one as a master, so you're basically getting 2 more copies of that from this. But then, of course, you've got to spend that to put it on your armor or whatever you want to put it on. And you can either use this regular anvil, or over here we have an auto anvil from OpenBlocks. Make sure you get the most recent edition. I had to upgrade mine because it wouldn't do anything. It wasn't recognizing the tank below it. But the most recent version fixed that. You would just slap it in there and it's going to automatically do the combine for you. And it's going to use this liquid experience here instead of your personal experience. So we have a bunch of different ways to enchant down here. I am probably going to redo. I'm probably going to make some of that dark armor. I just ate into my diamonds so much making this stuff. I can't even repair it. So I can't make any more diamond armor. So whatever we make is not going to be diamond armor. Which kind of blows. I hate being down on diamonds. But what I am going to probably do next. Boy, I'm having a brain cramp. That other video was actually yesterday, and now I can't remember what I was going to do. Well, what I want to do first is I want to upgrade that tree farm. I got to get it going so it's pumping out a little bit more coal, because I mean this thing it's not bad. I mean it's putting out a lot of power, so of course it's going to eat. This is a world or dimensional anchor, by the way. Real simple interface. You can set the owner, grow and shrink it, and it's actually pretty nice because you, if you've ever messed with chicken chunks loaders, it was always kind of weird on trying to see how the way the lasers worked, to see how. Or what exactly was chunk loaded, because it would never, it would do the laser centered off of the actual thing here. But if you come over and you hit F9, we're going to go through a couple of weird stuff. But here we can actually see what the chunk loader is loading. See that? See that? Kind of the lines in the red there. It shows you exactly what's chunk loaded. All right, so real simple. Speaking of chunk loading, another thing I found out is Buildcraft quarries would now chunk load themselves. I don't remember them doing that, but I noticed when I placed down I completely missed it the first time, but this time I saw the text that said that it's going to chunk load 25 chunks. So it does chunk load itself, and we know that it is chunk loaded because I don't have a chunk loader over there, and it's running fine over here doing its thing, cooking up and all that. So I'm going to go upgrade that and put that back into place and see where we're at. See if we got to add any more power to the system, just how bad it's going to be, because the tree farm is actually completely off of the power stack over there. It's powered by 2 dynamos that are placed right there by the farm, so they're not on the power of everybody else, all the other stuff. So we'll be back in just a second. So the upgrade is successful. It's now fast enough that it's kind of keeping up with the usage. So the nice thing is there's going to be some waste on this, but with this system, when I get overflow, everything that like when this fills up, it'll just start dumping all the charcoal into the trash can. Really, again, I don't want to do deep storage units yet, just because it eats into resources. So we're gonna wait a little bit to do the deep storage, and it's the more expensive one. They're so cheap by default in the default pack, but when you run thermal expansion, of course, it goes up. And to make these, we got to make these all this stuff. There's an energy cell frame, so we could probably do them, but I'm just not ready just yet. Not just yet. Pretty soon though, and then we'll probably change these out to deep storage units, just so we don't have to worry about them overflowing. But right now again, the power does not add up. It went from 60. Okay, you add this, and if you look at it, it again adds 100% energy. So if here it's doing 60, 60, and 100% of 60 is 60, that would be, what, 120, right? 160, so I don't know, maybe this guy's maths, maybe my maths is screwed up, but I don't know, I don't get it. But, it's running well now. I mean, it's definitely keeping up. This went all the way down to like 470. So it had eaten, what is it, 30, 40 some odd stacks, 42 stacks in a very short period of time. Now it's in a positive. You can see how fast it's going. And that's just one more upgrade. This is not the top tier. One more tier will give us one more upgrade slot right here where we could do speed. Now I need to look to see if there's maybe an energy efficiency augment. Let's check real quick. Augment. Now I think these are dynamo fuel efficiency, dynamo power output. Hard. What are these? Accelerated extrusion. No. Unfortunately, there's no efficiency upgrades, which kind of sucks. But the last thing I want to do for this episode is I want to move our tankers stuff from up here. Like I said, eventually none of this will be up here. We're going to move everything down below. So I'm kind of prepping this area right here. This is going to decorate this all out. It's going to look cool. Hopefully. I hope it'll look cool, but I have an idea what I want to do, so I am going to go keep working on this a little bit, and we'll be back in just a second. Made a few more changes. We got the Tinker's Construct Smeltery all moved down into its nice, cool new room. went ahead and made some of the deep storage units without any sort of auto crafting. With the thermal expansion recipe, this is a pain in the ass because you cannot do the little question mark click and put everything right into the recipe thing, because the chests don't stack, and anything that doesn't stack seems like swords and pickaxes and stuff. It won't let you do that. You can't click it into the recipe and just make it that way. So it was a real pain in the ass to make these things. Not fun. Not fun at all. But we got them hooked up. That'll make things a lot easier for us, just because these things store a ridiculous amount of items in it. I really think this is probably one of the highest storage items. One of the highest storage items in the game. Shut up, cat. Don't come over here and mess with me right now. Really? Jerk. You're going to fall off the table, man. I'm telling you, and I'm going to laugh right in your face. No, you can't get up here right now. Stop it. You're clawing my arm. You gotta see him. He's just, he can jump up on the table. He can jump up on a counter. But just some reason, this chair, if he wants to get up in my lap, he digs his claws in the arm and just pulls himself up there like it's the hardest thing he's ever had to do to get up in your lap. Little weirdo. Went ahead and added some of the inverted sky blocks, so you kind of get it's kind of a weird feeling. I mean, you come in and it's like when you come down, it's like you can still, you're just right there, even though you're a lot deeper than right below the surface. We're probably 10 or so, 20 blocks maybe down from the surface. I'm not really sure how deep, but it's a lot deeper than that. It's not right there. Quarry finished up. It handled really, really well. Didn't get too many diamonds. Got 33 diamonds. Some shiny metal. I have a chicken farm in my quarry. The difference between like the Ender quarry and the Buildcraft quarry is the Buildcraft quarry will pick up anything that is in front of the laser. So it'll pick up chests, it'll pick up mob drops, anything. So yeah, I got an excellent little egg farm going in there. So we should be pretty much running at full power, or everything should be charged up now. Yeah. So it's not burning coal anymore. I'm going to not this episode, but next episode we're going to move that tree farm, and I'm going to have it run off of Tesseracts also. So those two steam dynamos that are on the tree farm are going to be moved down here, and I'm going to build two more. Just, make it even. I can't just have an odd number on top, and then, or, you know what I mean. It's not an odd number, but it's got to be, you know what I mean. So we'll finish. We'll do that, and down here is kind of our new level. This is going to be our little tinker's room. Pretty neat. Just kind of made it look metally, kind of old, to bear the heat. This is not actually lava. If you look at the top, this is a fluid display from random things. So I can run in here and actually change the display. I can make it running or just still. Still didn't make any sense, so I went ahead and made it running, both of them. The downside is that was actually my lighting in here, was that lava, and I didn't even realize that once I changed it out that those don't actually give off light. They don't do it. They're just for show. You just see them. No light there. So this is kind of where we'll be expanding down to. I didn't go too far. Right here. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. It's probably going to go back a little bit further, but this is where our portal is going to be. I will probably remove the nether portal and the portal that's the other portal that's out there. I'll probably leave the mining world portal. I'm gonna do a test and see if I can put a portal in that world and still get there, because I've never tried that, and it could be a world crash event for all I know. So we're gonna do that, but then we have a lot of expansion. There's a lot of things we need to do still. Like I don't have a lot of need for experience right now, liquid experience, but I could probably use some mob essence. I cannot put out enough power for Ender IO's mob spawners. They're really damn slow. I mean, they're slower than this vanilla spawner over here on top of Cursed Earth, unless you put like an octatic capacitor in there, and then the power just wasn't worth it. So what I have is like a pigman spawner, so I can get some gold. Seems these packs use a lot of gold, and gold, of course, as you know, even in regular Minecraft, is kind of a sparse commodity. There's just not a lot of it out there. That's why so many people make those zombie pigman farms, which I don't know, I may have to resort to. So next episode, we got a lot of stuff to work on. Appreciate y'all coming by. I know it's not mostly a lot of talky, but we are getting there. We're early on still. We still not into the tech packs. I still really want to get into calculator. It looks it has a power generation system I want to look at. Haven't done a darn thing with RF tools yet, which I would like to get into eventually. And but a lot of this may depend on just power. So that's kind of why I want to get into the calculator mod. It's kind of a cheaty, no fuel kind of power stuff, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easy to get to. Not so much in resources, but in a lot of time that it'll take to get the necessary stuff to put all that together. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do next episode. I don't know if I want to I'll probably just move that tree farm on my own. I don't really want to subject you to have to see me move that down there. That would be probably boring. I'm probably going to put that pretty far down in that big pit down there, just so, if I build, I'll have room to build up on top of it, and I won't have to worry about it. I can give it room to grow, give it some height. Because I can't put it like right there at the top, because it would skew everything, make everything unlevel. But I'll take care of that then. So I appreciate you coming by. And until next time, I will see y'all later.